Hi, Dr. Phil here. We're looking at Chapter 2 of Impressions by Martin Wells Knapp. In this chapter, he talks about impressions from below, specifically those from Satan, where the devil does his best to deceive us and trick us. I think Martin Wells Knapp does a fine job of identifying the avenues through which the devil seeks to do this. In his examples on pages 16 and 17, he gives several illustrations of people who were led, quote unquote, to do very strange and unusual things. And I've highlighted on page 17 what I think is an excellent statement that he makes, and that is that God the Holy Ghost in all his leadings never leads people in an abnormal or an unnatural or strained way. God doesn't strain you. He doesn't put the thumb screws on you and strain your muscles until they crack and snap, but the devil does. And John chapter 10 verses 1 through 5 describes how Jesus leads his sheep. Later on this semester you'll be listening to a sermon that I preached on how the shepherd guides us from John 10. But let me just highlight that what Knapp says is exactly right. On the next page, Knapp concludes with an admonition from Ephesians 6 that I think is very important. Let me say, if you finish this chapter feeling afraid that you can be easily duped by the devil, I don't believe that's the way Christians are supposed to feel about the devil. It is true that we are to be sober and vigilant because our adversary, the devil, is out to get us, 1 Peter 5:8. It's very important that we have our loins girt about with truth, Ephesians 6:14. That's Paul's way of saying you must know the truth so that you're able to discern error when you encounter it. If you don't know the truth, you will be easy prey for the devil. On the other hand, in John 7:17, Jesus says, "He that will do the Father's will shall know of the doctrine, whether it be of God or whether I speak of myself." In context, Jesus was talking about the ability to discern whether what he was saying was from God or not. The way that we know we are willing to do God's will is if we are currently doing all that we know God wants us to do. And by way of application, this verse teaches us that if we are willing to do all that we know God wants us to do, we will be able to discern whether something is from God or not. It's important to remember that God is more concerned about us knowing the truth and doing the truth than we are. And as our shepherd, he is going to guide us if we will let him. The devil does not have free rein and unfettered access to deceive us. But it is important that we stay alert and be aware of his strategies. And I think this chapter does a good job of helping you gain a feel for that.